Guess who was first to spin the story? Jennifer McCabe. Jennifer McCabe was able to tell what happened, what she knew when Karen called her. And so they took that information and they ran with it.
Their case essentially comes down to statements because there's no eyewitnesses. It doesn't appear as though there's any video evidence. There's nothing to indicate what actually happened on the day in question. And I think the police sort of acting out of desperation, realizing that they didn't really have much of a case, needed some type of confession from her. She did not give it to them, and yet they questioned her despite the fact that she asked for a lawyer.
I'm going to read from my notes here too, just so I remember. This is, again, from the WCVB Channel 5's Karen Read arraignment, her initial arraignment on the manslaughter charges. So Lally said that Officer Saraf and Mulaney from Canton PD arrived on the scene first. They said the victim was cold to the touch, zero signs of breath, and then Canton Fire and EMS was on the scene. He also stated that there was broken cocktail glass and blood in the vicinity of where John was located. Jennifer McCabe also let the officers know that Karen and John came into the bar. She said that Karen was carrying a glass cup with clear liquid from C.F. McCarthy and said that she was in a good mood. There was no arguing observed. Lally also said that at 12:14, John texted Jen and said where to, because they were trying to find the location once they all left the bar. 12:18, John called Jennifer and asked her where's the location of the house, because at first she just told him it was on Fairview. Now, Jen was telling the officers that she was standing at the front door and observed a black SUV in front of the house, which was Karen's vehicle. 12:31, Jennifer texted hello to John O'Keefe. So she was looking out the front door, saw Karen's vehicle, but texted hello to John. 12:40, she texted and said, pull up behind me. 12:40, how? Karen was already at John's house at 12:36, so this timeline is off. I don't know if they corrected it, but I'm going all the way back from the very beginning of her arraignment. So this timeline is off completely. And then at 12:45, Jen texted John O'Keefe again and said hello. And then she said that Karen's SUV drove away at that point. So the timeline is off completely. And I know that they can find this out based on everybody's data from their phones. Then they said at 4:53 a.m., Karen called Jennifer McCabe and was telling her that John wasn't home, and said that Karen told Jennifer McCabe